All right, let's talk about a couple of tips when it comes to presenting your packages. So the first tip that I want to share with you is kind of what I was just saying. When you're talking about what's included in your package, focus on the benefit to your client. Remember WIIFM, what's in it for me? We started talking about this a long time ago when we first started talking about Pain Island and Pleasure Island. You want to use result-based phrases in your enrollment conversations like, so you can. Like, I'm going to offer this call strategy tool so you can prepare and make the most of our time together. Another one is in order to. You're going to have access to my private client portal in order to retrieve what you need so you can get the quickest results possible. Or that's important because, just like I said, I'm going to provide you with a post-session recap tool after every session, and that's important because it's going to take it from great learning to new habits, and it's going to help you form new habits in your day-to-day activities. So use result-based phrases inside of your enrollment conversations like these, okay? Let's see. So another tip that I want to share with you, I've already said this, right? People don't care about the boat, which is how you help them. They just know they want the transformation. And so we always want to be talking in result-based phrases, tying back whatever we're offering them, whatever our package is, whatever the program that we're giving them, whatever we include in it. We always want to be talking in result-based phrases. All right, tip number 2. When it comes to your packages and pricing, hang on a second, let me switch screens here. There we go. Tip number 2 is we always want to give 2 options. When you're having an enrollment conversation, you don't want to give a yes or no answer. I mean a yes or no question, right? And so the reason for that is human nature by default is to say no, and then they figure out how to say yes. So the knee-jerk is always no. So if you say something like, so are you ready to get started for coaching? If you just say that right off the bat, it's like, here's what I do, you ready to get started? The answer is always going to be no most of the time, and then they're going to have to backpedal and figure out how to say yes. It's going to make it a lot harder for you, a lot less fun for you, and a lot harder for them. So that's why we always give 2 options. So here's how you do that. You can give examples of other types of clients so your prospect can relate, so they can self-identify. So when I'm talking about these 2 packages, the Jumpstart package and the Total Results, and by the way, the Jumpstart and the Total Results, that's the packages that Kate and I used in our coaching business for, oh my gosh, a dozen years maybe, and that's what we offered. It's how we built our business. It's what we do, right? So we're not just making this up. It's actually proven. And so when I talk about these options in the enrollment conversation, I would say something like, you know, let's say, Paul, let's say that we're having an enrollment conversation. I would say to you, you know, some of my clients, they just want to get a jump start and they want to get quick results fast and they want to jump start on this. And so for those clients, I have my jump start package. And my jump start package includes blah, 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 blah. And I talk about all of what it includes and why it's important to them and all that. And then I'll say, and I also have other clients, and what they're more interested in is the total results. Like they're in it for the long term and they want the total impact on their whole life and their whole world. And so I also offer a total results package. And that package looks like this. Da, 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 da. And so I make both options great options. Doesn't matter which one they choose. And I give examples so that my prospects, so Paul can say, you know what, I'm in it for I am in this. I want the total results, and they can identify and they can relate. So that's a great way to do it. Another way to do it is to act as if. I love doing this. And so I would say to Paul, I would present my 2 options, just like I did, my 2 packages. And after I got done presenting it, I would look at my prospect, I would look at Paul, and I would say, you know, Paul, if you were to sign up for coaching, not that you are, I'm not saying that you are, but if you were to sign up for coaching, you know, which one of these most resonates with your style? And so I ask him to identify what's his learning style. Is he fast and furious? Is he in it for the long term? Because there's no judgment. There's no buying decision yet, right? But what I know is he's going to come back and he's going to be like, you know what? The one that really stands out for me is the Jumpstart package, whatever, whichever one he's going to pick. And because he has said that, what I know is he is really interested in working with me. So it's a good indicator that you have a new client sitting in front of you. Another option is to take away the risk. And again, using that word if you were to move forward with coaching, which of these would you most prefer? So that act as if and take away the risk. You're not saying, hey, do you want to sign up for coaching? Or, hey, which package do you want to go with? Like, that's a buying commitment. We don't want to go there yet. We're just presenting our packages and we're trying to get a feel for them. So I love saying, you know, if you were to move forward with coaching, I'm not saying that you are, but if you were to move forward with this, which one of those would you prefer? Okay. So I like to take that approach and help them just kind of get an indicator so they can see for themselves, yeah, this is sounding good to me. I'm not making any decisions yet, but so far so good. And I have an indication that I can keep going with the conversation. Because here's the interesting thing. When you present two options and you say, you know, if you were to move forward, I'm not saying that you are, but if you were to move forward, which one of these most resonates with you? If somebody is a flat out no, they're going to tell you right away. They're going to say, you know what, Melinda, I really appreciate that, but this is not my thing. I appreciate what you've given here, and they're going to tell you this is not it. And you'll be like, good to know, and you'll end your conversation.